Hey everybody, Randy Graham with the Real Randy Graham Fishing Show. I appreciate you watching the channel. Please hit that like and subscribe. It just helps us to grow. We meet a lot of fishermen out that really like to watch what we do, and we do like to share tips and tricks and all the great things that we do to help you catch fish. I'm using today, you'll see in the video, Stonefly by JH Custom Baits out of Tipton, Iowa. And it's a really great bait. I saw it posted online. I ordered 3 of them. Jerry was kind enough also to send me a bunch of crappie baits as well. But right now my focus today is bluegill and red ear, and we're going to see what we do. So thank you again for joining. And I've been out of commission for the last 6 weeks because I had a complete knee replacement surgery on my left knee, going in November for my right knee. So that's just life, you know, we're all getting older, and thank God they got new parts to replace. So that's a great thing. But again, thanks for joining. JH Custom Baits, check them out. Tipton, Iowa. You'll find them on Facebook, and I think they have a website you can look at. But make some excellent crappie baits. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Hey everybody, Randy Graham here. Today out JH Custom Baits out of Tipton, Iowa. Makes a really good group of jigs. I've got some creature baits from Jerry. I've got some crappie jigs from Jerry. I had changed my pound test to 8-pound test. As you know, I usually use 4-pound, and I usually use a lot lighter, but we're getting into some bigger fish, and the grass situation, I don't want to take a chance on losing a nice red ear or bluegill because of the grass, as you know. Oh, if I had this right, I could make it work. There you go. So I'm gonna put on the I'm gonna start off with the Stonefly by JH Custom Baits. This is the Grape. There's a horn honking up there. It's unusual. So we got this Stonefly that we're putting on, and as you can see here, he was kind enough. I've kind of been fishing a few. Send me some other baits. This Crappie Slayer Fire here is pretty amazing. These are the silver color shift. This is the Crappie Crusher Dawn, which I can't wait to start using because I know the crappie are going to be starting to hit here pretty soon on the California Delta. So we will certainly be fishing. All right, folks, we got the Presso Daiwa 4-piece rod here, ready to rock and roll. We are gonna put this together, and it's a travel rod, which is great. So if you're out traveling, you can put this together. It's an ultralight rod, which makes it really cool. And so I'm gonna just put this together, and then we're gonna go do a little fishing. All right, let's make sure we got this all right here. I'm storing it. You get a little mixed up here, but we'll get this fixed right up. Here we go. All right, come on, Grape. There we go. All right, so let's just put this together. It's kind of really cool the way it works. And if my show was a perfect show, everything would be cool. But you know, I'm not a perfect guy, so we'll just put that together just like that. We'll put the end of it on. I've got a loose, I think, 500 series reel on it, so you can see here how this works. And there we go. We have a ultralight 4-piece graphite. Look at the bend in that. Really great bend. I'm going to actually take this off. We got a 1/32 ounce jig head, and I'm going to put on the JH Custom Stonefly that I've been using in this video series. So I wanted to put this on just like that. Let's go see what we do. I might have to switch that 1/32 possibly for a 1/48 ounce. But let's just go out, fish for a minute, and then just see how we do. Here's the Stonefly. I've got a 4-pound test. Actually, I think it's a 6-pound test line on there. So we're gonna pop that in there, and then we're gonna go do a little dock fishing. All right, we're gonna fish the Stonefly, but we're gonna put a bobber on. And I think these Bass Pro bobbers are probably some of the best bobbers I've ever used. They're light, but these are weighted as well. They've got the balsa wood weight, which I really like and appreciate. And let's just go out and see if we can't We were out here a little earlier, seeing what we could find. So we're just gonna kind of see if we can get a hit. So we'll just kind of just move it in slowly. What we'll do is we'll just work this shoreline. We can cast this bobber down this shoreline, which is great. Right, there was a bite. There was a little bite. Let's go back. Let's go down the shoreline here. Here we go. Now if we get a fish down there, we're gonna have to fight it all the way up here. So, because it's gonna head straight to those rocks. So maybe a good idea, but maybe not. Plus we're a little close. There's a lot of grass out here too in the middle. When you're fishing out here, there's really a lot of great grass, 10 or 15 foot out. So you could fish out that far and still be in the grass. So we'll just see. Kind of let that sink down. We're at high tide right now, which is great. We're just slowly just bringing it in. Watching that wind speed because we don't want to pull it too fast. We'll just see how we do. Let's sit this big rock. We'll just see. Just see how we do it. A lot of times as you're bringing it up, you know, over this rock near the bank, you're gonna get those bigger takedowns because those fish are gonna be right up in this rock. Let's go down just a little bit here. There we go. Let's make it happen. All right, there we go. Kind of take the pressure off that. And we may go a little deeper too with our bobber. The cool thing is you can keep it about the same height. Right up. All right. If we get in the rock, that's the brakes. That's where it goes. Bobber fishing's a lot of fun. You know, you can just slow it down. You can pop it like that. What we can do, we can just give it a simple reel in. Maybe we won't even have to pop with the waves lifted up and down. Let's just see. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just pop it in as it comes in, just work it real slow. Give it some movement, maybe we'll get some attention. Then again, it might just be right down in the rocks too. It might only, best way maybe to do it, maybe it's a tight line. So we'll see. Let's try the tight line. Maybe bobber's not it today. Oh, I did get a bite. Look at that. I did get a bite, so I'm trying to pull it off. We just didn't see it. let's let that just kind of sink down. All right. Kind of sink down, and then we'll just kind of work it back in. You know, you miss your high-vis line in situations like this because you can see against that, you know, mucky water the bite on the snap. There's a lot of bluegill in here along these rocks. So when you get out here and you fish, you're able to see and feel quite a bit. I'll let it kind of get down there on the bottom a little bit. Just see if we can't get a good takeout. A good takedown. There was a bite right there. And these fish, they'll go back and forth on these rocks. They'll literally go back and forth trying to find something to eat. Or they'll nestle down, one of the two. So you just gotta kind of get down towards the bottom there. Here we go. Just work our way up the rocks without getting hung up. Without getting hung up. Just kind of fish it slow. Oh, there was a pickup right there. Missed it. Right there. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? Oh, that's a good one. That's a great. Oh, this is a nice. Oh, look at that. This is a monster. Look at this. This is a monster. Nice big red ear. Nice big red ear. Oh, this is gonna be one of those pounders, folks. Look at that. Look at that. Nice big red ear. Let's see if we can hoist him up. Look at that. Oh my God. That is a California Delta red ear right there. That thing is probably pushing, I'd say, look, I'm lipping this dude. That guy is pushing probably well over a pound. Look at that guy. That is a beautiful specimen. I think it looks like a full age, possibly. Look at that. Absolutely. Monster Red Ear. Huge. Look, I can lip him. Look at that. Man, that's nice. Look at that. That is great. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we'd like to find. I mean, compared to my hand, this guy is probably pushing, I'd say 12 inches. Let's get him back in the water. That's what we're talking about, people, right there. On the JH Custom, the JH Custom Stonefly. Look at that. 1/32 ounce Stonefly. Killing it. Killing it. Let's see if we can get another one. Whoop. Uh-oh. Let's see what we can do. There's always a lot of really nice bluegill that like to hang around big rocks. There we go. There we go. Look there. What is... Nice bluegill. Nice bluegill. Right there. Nice one. Oops. Now let's get him back in the water. There he goes. All right, he's back in. All right. We're just gonna make it dance out there a little bit. The stonefly is pretty amazing. I really like using them. I think they're great jigs. Fish like them. There we go. There's another one. Oop, he got off. That guy got off. Let's just cast out a little bit. Just making it dance out there, kind of above the rocks. Right there. There we go. Man, these guys come out of the water. They're excited about this guy. Let's step over to this rock over here. I think I'll feel a little better on this one. So we're just going to cast out. The tide is coming up a little bit. I'll make sure I check that drag. And we're just going to see what we do. It's got a great little cast on it. Let's just see. Give it a little speed spin there. Got to make sure we're all straightened up. There we go. Really cool little rod. I'm telling you, very cool. We're just going to kind of make that jig dance. See if we can't get a hit. The tide is high, so we're going to let it kind of sink down into that grass. See if we can't just get something to pop it. There we go. Oh, I had one on. There he goes. He got it. He's chasing it. There he's on. Look at that. Look at that bluegill right there. Look at that big guy. They love these stoneflies. I think there was a little bit bigger fish than this that came after it. But that's awesome. Look at there. Let's rub a little of that juice on him. Let's see if there's any bigger fish up in there. Oh boy, I might have. There we go. My first fish on this ultralight Presso rod. It's a pretty cool rod if you ask me. We're just making it dance. Really cloudy water, so that dark color works to kind of to our advantage. We'll see if there's a little bass up in there. 6-pound test line. Right there. Oh, look at that. Look at there. Look at there. Look at that. Oh, did you see that bass chasing it? Look at that bass. Look at that bass chasing that fish. Look. Look at that big bass chasing that bluegill. Did you see that? There was a 2 or 3 pound bass chasing this bluegill. That was amazing. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that under the water. Whoa, this is a red ear too. I said, oh, look like a yellow ear. There was a 2 or 3 pound bass that was all over that bluegill. That was pretty cool if you ask me. Nice bass. He was all. There we go. Ooh, nice bluegill. Look at there. That's a nice gill. On the stonefly. All right, we're gonna put this Presso rod back in its case. So we're gonna just break it down. It's very simple. Look. down just like that. That comes off like that. Reel that excess up. Tighten it up a little bit. Look. Now I'm not traveling anywhere, so I leave the. I just kind of left the reel just kind of hanging out like that. That doesn't bother me at all. So that reel hanging out. Bingo! Look at that. The Presso. I can fill that in my suitcase. There we go. It's exciting. Thanks for joining me. JH Custom Lures from Tipton, Iowa. You'll be hearing more about them. And let's go have a great day. And you have an amazing time fishing. See you later. There we go. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Nice bluegill. Oh, this is a nice one. Oh, nice. My goodness. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is a nice representation of a California red ear. This is the size we've been looking for. And, oh, come on, big boy. Don't go down. Don't go down. Oh, come on, get back in the water. Get back in the water. All right, we're going to have to get this guy back in the water somehow. Grab a truck tackle box. Let's grab a bobber. Little warmouth. There we go. What we got here? Nice. Fish bite. Oh, look at that. Nice red ear. The red ears, man, have come out to play this morning, which has been excellent. Decent red ear. Not mammoth. Decent. The real Randy Graham fishing show. Let's go. Oh, really cool.